What's going on? Gilly here with a free moment. Basically, all my free moments are when I drive. It's crazy. I'm kind of like in what I do at the school, and it gets crazy. So basically, my only free time is when I'm driving. And when I get home, dad life takes over, husband life takes over, and trying to also do some promotion here and there. But anyway, just want to recognize greatness. Jack Kirby, today is his birthday, and he is the quintessential godfather of comic books, in my opinion. He single-handedly created, also collaborating, of course, with other good collaborations, Stan Lee notably as well, but Kirby, they had something called the Marvel Method, and it's where Stan Lee would write out something, a paragraph or a little synopsis of the issue or whatever, and Kirby was the one putting the panels and with the sequentials and everything, with the pacing, the continuity, and then Stan Lee would put the letters in. So again, he's by far had a major impression in entertainment. If you just think about the impact of comic books, to movies. So you got to give the man his due. So Kirby, he's a living, not a living legend, but he's living in the sense that his work will always live on, always. And it's his birthday, so in my opinion, that's a day of just celebrating his work, celebrating his impact. Even for me as a creator, he's influenced so many. He's influenced the many that have influenced me, because I grew up in a different era. But when I trace the lineage back to the origins of who created this, who created that, Kirby was just Kirby. It was synonymous. And he's a heavyweight. He's created icons. His legacy is unequivocally sound, and he's an influence no matter what. And just because of that, I'm not gonna go crazy promoting Galactic Road to Mayhem. That's a book that I'm doing. And I'd like to think, there's an essence of Kirby in there just because of the influence of what inspired me. He's also, had his hand in creating stuff similar, anthropomorphic stuff similar as well as influencing, some creators that I said that have influenced me. Kevin Eastman, notably with the Ninja Turtles and their run. And also, that Guardians of the Galaxy vibe. So Kirby has his imprint on everything pretty much, and rightfully so. So today is just a good day to just read a Kirby book, see what he's done, give him his due, and just know that comics right now, it's in like a shaky state, but at the same time, comics ain't going nowhere. Believe that. He cemented something. And what's important to know is that comic books as a medium can do so much. I know we have film, cinema, novelizations, okay, but there's something extremely powerful with imagery, illustration, accompanied with text, with words, and how that conveys a story. There's a lot that you can do with comics that captures so much, that that heightens a reader's senses, and how they process the story. There's a lot. Comic book, the medium is so much you can be done with it, so much potential. And it's like nowadays, I just saw on Twitter that just real quick, I saw something on Twitter where there was a book, and it literally had double splash pages, double splash. It was literally 4 double splash pages, right after the other, literally consecutively. and on each splash it was just, you know, boatloads of text. It was literally narration captions, I believe, and it had like a little blood splatter, and then it got bigger, and it led to a reveal of like someone, like a dead woman, you know, on the floor with the blood trail. And visually, just the lead up is cool, but again, 8 pages, double splash pages, and you just got, you know, mountains of these little text boxes up and down. On, you know, it's just like, I get that's another good thing about comic books, right? You get creative control. You can do whatever you want. As far from my standpoint, I like the comic books that take, you know, that you know, the Bronze Age. If you think about the Bronze Age and how they take a lot of liberties with the text, thought bubbles, there's a lot going on, but you got the imagery to go with that. And with that being said, it just shows you that the writing back then, there was a lot of storytelling flow, and they didn't hold nothing back. So I feel like you got to be creative with that, and I feel like, you know, you know, sometimes even as a storytelling device, we got to really think about how comics work, and even look at what really worked back in the day, and just, you know, not to say you can't do that, but just sometimes you don't want to lose the essence of what the greatness, you know, of what a true masterpiece is, and the work is. It's like you cheapen, you know, your build up. You cheapen, you know, like, again, a double splash is nice, you know, you have a story, something dark, and double splash page, whoa, cool monsters or whatnot. But again, if there's no oomph behind it, if there's no build up, you know, if you don't have, how some of us like to say, dun dun dun, you know, if you don't have the dun dun dun, like the reveal, like the dun dun dun, you know, like if you don't have that dun dun dun, you building up, and it's just like, okay, it's cool, but it's just like, there's no emotional impact there, there's no depth behind it. And of course, if you see Kirby's work, he mastered that. You know, the build up, the reveals. I mean, even you can do so much in just the panels. Like, it's an art, man. Comic books is an art form, and it's more than just reading. Like, I get it. It's like you really have to be mentally prepared to get into a good comic book, and into any comic book, really, to just, you know, digest it the way it's meant. So, you know, if you're trying to read and you got a TV on, you know, you got to like go to a place, you know, sit down upright, have your book with a nice light on it, and just really carefully just get lost, because, you know, that you'll see the beauty in comics. Anyway, guys, this is me, Gilbert Deltrez, sounding off on the amazing legend that is Jack Kirby. Today's his birthday. It should be a national holiday, in my opinion. But definitely in the comic book communities, it's celebrated, and should be rightfully so. And, you know, guys, definitely do your diligence. Read a Kirby book. Do your part. Give a shout on social media to the man. And, you know, if you happen to have a moment of spare time, check out Galactic Rodents of Mayhem. I, in my honest opinion, believe, you know, Kirby would have liked, you know, what we got cooking there. Anyway, guys, till the next one, take care. Later.